Hey, good morning. All right, time to get to it. So I've had a slight change of plans. I was going to mill this next log into 2x6s, but my buddy Lance from Living for Today on YouTube, he's got a small channel there. He doesn't do a lot with it, but if you're into Jeeps, you might want to check it out. I'll drop a link down below, but he's been out helping a whole lot this week, and so he needs a new bar top for his outdoor bar setup. It's a pretty cool setup, and you know, I thought pine isn't the best for outdoor wood, but if you stain it and treat it right and do maybe some stone coat countertops on it, it is under a partial cover, it'd probably do just fine. So I'm gonna mill up some 2-inch slabs out of this big Ponderosa here to my left, your right, I guess, and see what we can get out of it for him and see if we can, you know, make a bar top for him. Of course, it'll take a while to dry, but once it's dried, maybe this winter, we can start working on it. So I'm gonna take a look at it. Let's see what we're gonna do. All right, on the small end, we're about 15 inches. So if I go to 7.5, that's about where the small end is, right there. Okay. The pith is right about here. I should cut the end of this log off, and I probably will. But if this is the pith, then I want to have about 1 inch above the pith and then about 2 inches above and below it. Maybe we'll go up here too and go 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 like that. So that's kind of the idea. Live edge it all the way down. Boom, 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 boom. All right, we're getting down now. We're finally into that period where we're just slabbing. This is the easy stuff, right? I mean, live edge, 2-inch slabs, knock them down, get them done, super easy. Now, while I'm at it, there's something you could do for me that would really help the channel out. And by the way, it's free. And that is, hit the subscribe button. Totally free, but it would absolutely help the channel out. And I'm trying to get myself up to about 15,000 subscribers. So, what the heck? Want to help me out, right? Free of charge. And thank you for that, by the way. I really appreciate it. Now, we're at that point where I've milled down some slabs, and then you'll notice I'm flipping it over again. And it's really all just about trying to get the, well, it's not really a cant right now, so milled log, to a position that it's sitting on the deck the way I want. So I'll lift it up sometimes, clean off the bunk, shift it back and forth, usually towards the mill head, and just make sure that I'm clamping it nicely on the sides, way down low, so that I can just try to mill to the deck. The objective here, of course, is to try to get 2-inch slabs and box in the heart at the same time. Now, Ponderosa Pine, not exactly what you'd think of as an outdoor wood. It's very soft and it will deteriorate very quickly if it's untreated. However, I've had good success using deck stains on Ponderosa Pine on the deck here at the cabin. So when I contemplated what to do for lands, I thought, what the heck? Why not slab this Ponderosa as wide as I could? We could then flatten out one side using a track saw and add some depth to it. So for example, these weren't much bigger than 15-16 inches. So that's not wide enough for a bar top. You want it to be closer to 22 to 24 inches. So what we'll do is we'll take the best pieces and we will set those up for the two main parts of his bar. It's an L-shaped bar. And then we'll just track saw them so that we can get a flat edge on the side that we decide we're going to joint to another piece. And then we'll get some, 2x6 or 2x8 or whatever we need out of the rest of the slabs to bond to those live edge pieces so that we can create a nice wide L-shaped live edge bar for him. And of course then we'll stain it with whatever color he wants. And once it's been stained, we'll just have to treat it really, really well. And what I'm thinking of doing here is some good solid shellac on the bottom of it to help plug up all the pores, and then stone coat countertop epoxy resin over the top, and really a solid, couple, 2 or 3 seal coat pours, and then a flood coat pour once it's installed, so that you've got a really good solid, 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 inch deep top of epoxy. And it is under kind of a gazebo type thing. It's got the lattice work above it. My brain's not working. I can't remember what the heck you call those things. So it has some cover. It will get wet, but I think as long as it's treated really well against the elements, it should be fine. It doesn't really get a lot of sun because of I think you call them trellises, right? It's a gazebo with a lattice work roof above it to shade. Anyway, I just can't think of what you call it right now. Drop it in the comments. Let me know what it is. But in any case, I think it's going to do fine. So I'm going to let this run. We're going to get this done, and then we're going to show you what it looks like so that you can kind of get an idea of what we're working with here. So let's get to it.
your bar.
Have a quick look here. This light's terrible. Not a lot of blue stain. There's a little bit, but nice grain patterns. It looks good. A little bit of blue stain. Let's sweep this this one off real quick and then flip it over. What I'm looking for is I can see, look at the end. See the end? He definitely had some blue stain developing. That one's got some definitely in it. So we get down into the middle, there might be some nice blue stain, but I think it's not going to be for the most part. I think there were pine beetles in it, in the bark. So the boring beetles had gotten into the bark. So we definitely want to get as much bark off as we can. I can do that with the spudger before stacking. Yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty good. It'll make a nice bar.
Yeah, it will.
Little live edge, and we'll cut the back off, make it flat, or leave it live. It's up to you.
This part?
One edge live, one edge flat, or both edges live.
No, I think live will go to the outside, and
yeah, it's easier.
Like
it's actually easier to do that when you cut the 45s to put it together. So that's better.
Yeah.
But that can be done with a track saw. Yeah, looking really
like
good.
Track in high school.
Right. But that looks pretty cool with those knots in here.
Well, it's like I guess it's from the saw, huh? That brings that red in.
Ew, that's from the bark. Yeah. Looks pretty cool though. It'll look cool with that. I think we're good. We can see what you're going to get out of it. Yeah, I had to take the 1 inch out just so I could box that hard in.
Yep.
And try to keep all that juvenile wood in one piece. But it looks good.
The one below it.
Yeah, these two here will be mirrors. Right there. So that'll be absolutely mirrors. This one won't be quite. See how you lose it right here?
Yep.
But once you get, not completely. It looks nice though. But once you get down, these two here will look really nice.
Right.
So, all right, here we go. I will keep on keeping on. Got work to do. I got about 9 more logs to go.